Well, we have another question here, question 6. The question says, given the equation sin open brackets x plus 60 degrees close brackets plus 2 cos x equal to 0. Now question 6.1 says show that the equation excuse me, can be rewritten as 10x equal to -4 minus root 3. Okay, I'm gonna write the question here, 6.1. So we want to transform this equation, sine x plus 60 degrees plus 2 cos x equal to 0 into 10x equal to -4 minus root 3. Okay, how can we do that? Let's try to simplify this equation. So over here, we notice that we have a compound angle. Okay? Compound angle because we have like x plus 60 degrees, two angles together, so it's 6.1. Now, two angle added, okay, x plus 60 degrees. So we do know that sine of alpha plus beta, okay, is equal to sine of alpha times cos of beta, okay, plus sine of beta times cos of alpha. So this is what we're going to apply here. Instead of me writing sine x plus 60 degrees, I can just write sine of x times cos of 60, okay, plus sine of 60 degrees, okay, times cos of x plus 2 cos x equal to 0. Now, I can draw my triangle over here, the rectangle triangle there. And then if this angle is like 60 degrees, you know, obviously it's going to be 30 degrees because it's 90 degrees there. I want to, of course, because the sum of all the angles within a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So, so when it's 60 degrees there, that must be root 3, and then that's going to be 2, and then that 1. Now, cos of the angle, we know this equivalence to cos. I'm going to write the formulas. I'm not the formula here. Cos of the angle theta will be equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, so 1 over 2.5. That's cos of the angle, and then sine also of the angle of 60 degrees. Sorry, 60 degrees here. 60 degrees will be opposite over hypotenuse, so root 3 over 2. So we can just substitute these values here. Cos 60 degrees is 1/2, so it's going to be 1/2 times sine x, okay, plus sine 60 degrees is root 3 over 2 times cos x, okay, plus 2 cos x equal to 0. Now, we have like terms here with cos x, the two of them. So these two can be combined together. We can take cos x as a common factor. So we're going to write here 1/2. I mean, we're going to write over here 1/2 sine x, okay, plus we can then take root 3 over 2 plus 2 in the bracket like that, and then cos x as a common factor, okay, and then this is equal to 0. Equal to 0. Okay. I take cos x as a common factor here. Now I can move the 1/2 x on the other side of the equation, and then this will be then, or maybe before I do that, What else can I do? Okay, if I times the whole equation, I want to get rid of, if I want to get rid of the denominator of 2, I can times the whole equation. Okay, let's first move I have sin x over. So we have like √3/2 plus 2, okay, in a bracket like that, times cos x equal to sin x, I have sin x, negative I have sin x. So negative I have times sin x. Okay, this bracket here we can write it like we can find the common denominator because 2 is like 2/1. So if I times here by 2, okay, to have the same denominator here, I must times them also by 2 because I want to get a common denominator. So it's gonna be like √3/2 plus 4/2, which is just 2, okay, times cos x equal to negative I half sin x. Now, the fact that the denominators are the same, excuse me, we can just combine the numerator. So I can do it in the following. Let's just move my board like this. This will be √3 plus 4 all over 2 times cos x equal to negative I half sin x. Now I can move. Sin x. So I can again times we have this √3 plus 4 over 2, okay, cos x equal to negative I half sin x. So if we times this part, I want to get rid of the denominator of 2. So if I times here by 2, I times there also by 2, we will get √3 plus 4, okay, times cos x equal to negative sin x. Okay, so we can divide both sides by cos. I divide here by cos x, and then divide it also by cos x, and then this will be √3 plus 4 equal to negative 10x. Okay, so if I times by so this means just negative 10x equal to √3 plus 4. So if I move the negative over or times by negative, so that's going to be 10x equal to negative √3 plus 4, like that. Okay, it means times by negative, put negative like this, or times by negative 1, times by negative 1, and then we're going to get this, and then that makes 10x equal to a negative √3 minus 4. This is what we're supposed to show. Okay, that's what we were intended to show. So negative 10x equal to negative √3 minus 4. So that's the question. Proven. Now the following question is 6.2. Excuse me. The question says determine the solution of the equation, okay, in the interval negative 180 degrees to positive 180 degrees. All right. We already simplified this equation in the previous question, 6.1, and then we simplified it. We got like 10x here, 10x equal to negative √3 minus 4. Now I'm gonna move my board there, and then let's do question 6.2. We did get already 10x equal to negative √3 minus 4, and then we want to determine its solution in the interval negative 180 degrees lesser than or equal to x lesser than or equal to 180 degrees. Now I can write this properly like this: 10x equal to negative √3 minus plus 4 as as we did in the previous question over here. 10x was that. Now we know that 10 is negative in the SOHCAHTOA. I can draw it here. For 10, for instance, 10 is negative only on the second and third quadrants. So let's first work out in the second quadrant. Second, and that's fourth. In the second and fourth quadrants. So in the second quadrants, quadrants 2, we have like okay, 10x equal to, now right here, 10x equal to negative root 3 plus 4. So if I need to find the value of x, meaning the angle for which 10x equal to root 3 plus 4, we can do that by the help of a calculator, okay? So this is how we're gonna do it. In the calculator, we're gonna write, we press the shift button here, shift, and then 10, and then there we can write minus open bracket, square root of 3, okay? I press this arrow button because 4 is not inside the square root, so plus 4, and then close the bracket, and then close another bracket there. Then when we hit equal, we got like negative 80.1 degrees, okay, which is negative 80.1. Okay, that's the negative angle. So if I need to find the actual angle, okay, we're going to plus by 180 degrees, and then 180 degrees, and then this is equal to 99.9, okay, 99.90, because we always round up to the second decimal place, meaning when I look at the third decimal value, because this 6, this must be increased by 1 unit. But if you increase by 1 unit, this is gonna be over, so it's gonna increase this one by 1 unit also. So it's gonna be 99.9. Therefore, I say therefore, x will be equal to 99.9 degrees. Okay, and that's on the second quadrant. Now, on the fourth quadrant, okay, I'm gonna write here fourth quadrant. When we need to work out on the fourth quadrant, we notice that at the fourth quadrant is between 270, because here the values are like 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, back to 360 degrees again. Now, the fourth quadrant is between 270 and 360 degrees, but our interval x can be only in between 180 and negative 180 and positive 180 degrees. So this is beyond the interval. So here is just not applicable. Not applicable. So the only value of x within the interval, the given interval, is 99.9 degrees. Okay. Now let's see. The following question says, question 3, then it says, in the diagram below, f of x is equal to -2 cos x is drawn for -120 degrees to 240 degrees. Now, question 6.3.1 says, draw the graph of g of x sin x plus 60 degrees for -120 degrees less than x less than or equal to 240 degrees on the grid provided in the answer book. All right. We can move my board. I can move my board on the other side. Okay. Let's see question 6. Question 6.3. Okay. Okay. It is important to note that sine of x plus 60 degrees is the same thing as sine of x. Okay. The same sign of those are functions as f of as sine of x, but shifted 60 units to the left. Okay, that's I think my left is gonna be your left or the other way around, as long as it's left. So now the graph must be something like this. Then we have all the graph. Yeah, you can use a calculator to enter the values, the values, and then just draw, or you can just do the point plotting technique, because when I use a computer to draw this, you can do this. Put in like x here, and then sine of x plus 60 degrees. Okay, and then start finding the values of if x is 0, you sub 0 there for x, and then you got sine of 60, and then all the way through 240 degrees. Or else you can just do, as I said, the graph of sine x, but shifted 60 units to the left. Okay, so it's gonna be something like that. Now, question 6.4 would be then. Let's see, question 6.3 says determine the value of the value in the diagram below. Sorry. Okay, that was 6.3.1, but not 6.3.2. The question says determine the values of x in the interval -120 degrees less than or equal to x less than or equal to 240 degrees, for which sine x plus 60 degrees plus 2 cos x is greater than 0. All right, I'm gonna move my board here. Over here, we are in the diagram. So now let's see. I'm gonna write here I'm gonna write question 6.3.2. Okay. Okay, we're looking for that x value 6.3.2. Now, for which sine x plus 60 degrees plus 2 cos x is greater than 0. So we can just move the 2 cos x over. So that makes a sine x plus 60 degrees, okay, is greater than -2 cos x. Now we can look at the diagram in which interval this is greater than that. Okay. Let me change the color here. The sine of 60 degrees, sine of x plus 60 degrees, this one. This one was so as you can notice, this function is greater than the other function only in these intervals. Okay, this from there to there. Okay, and only in between this interval, the left hand side is greater than the right hand side. So the values here is what we calculated earlier. We got you can find it's actually we can determine these values. Okay, it's when the two graphs are equal. So it means where sine x plus 60 degrees equal to 2 cos x. Okay, we worked it out previously, and then we find that it was equal to negative. If you look at the previous question, we got this answer here, 99.90 degrees, and then the negative values was 80. Okay, let's check it out. If I do minus 180, and that was negative 80.1, and then that's 9.9. Okay, so negative 80. We have two values here: negative 80.1 and 99.9. So those are the points here in the interval. Then we can say therefore x is x must be in the interval negative 80.1 to 99.9. Or we can say negative 80.1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 99.9. So this is the solution. Thank you.